So I am really, really thrilled to share this collection with you all. This collection is called Teaching a Wild Thing. Um, it, the majority of the poems in this collection were written during 2020, so difficult year, but not only were we dealing with the global pandemic and everything that was going on, politically and socially during that time. I personally was at a really interesting time in my life during that pandemic. I spent almost every single day of 2020 in the woods. I was in a different time in my life. I took a big leap and was in the Virginia Service and Conservation Corps, serving in Virginia state parks, doing things I had never dreamed I would be doing. Hanging out with snakes and turtles, and I was in swamps. It was a lot of outdoor time. So, the wildness of that time really comes across in this book. So I will start with the actually opening poem of the collection, which sets a little bit of a tone. It's called Imagine. I was a key, an attic token, a hanging ribbon, cast off slumped with ancient dolls. I was holy thighs, a strawberry swelling, mint leaves floating in peach tea, a May chestnut, eyes spun, pinballs wild, a flicker of fairies revealed in flame. I found myself split, a box in another box, in a U-Haul. There's a reason we scatter like salt. Every time I want to burn away, I remember I was taught to save things. The collection is about saving things, so that theme will come up again and again. Part of 2020, I was in the woods all the time. In 2019, I embarked on a personal journey to hike all the state parks in Virginia. At that time, there were 38 of them. There are now 42, so I'm missing one on the list. I need to get back out to Southwest Virginia to get that one. But some of those parks appear in this collection, and here's one of them. Thoughts while standing atop Lover's Leap Trail, Natural Tunnel, Virginia. Despite the 3 miles of protective chain link fence I have followed on this narrow cliff climb, I still imagine people scaling it nimbly, perching on the slim rail and jumping into the yawning cavern below like the legend, the warring tribes, the love that couldn't be in life. What are things that you hear before you see? The trees shake their arms before you feel the breeze that moved them. The owls screech like wailing children as the sun slips behind the carved-out tunnel. Leaves click and curl to cup the coming rain. They are already changing color. What other ways is dying so beautiful? There's water flowing somewhere because I hear it splash makes it so. On the caution sign that warns not to throw objects off the cliff or to lean over, decades of lovers have carved their initials, J and T, forever, no matter what. And Abby, who has returned to this very spot 4 times, etched her name and marked the date, stopped coming 5 years ago. And I'm so sad at the missing of her and the low bellowing of the cows in a meadow that must be on the other side of this void. And the story the Red Stone Diner waitress told me over my Friday night fish fry, that Vivian, who lived across the railroad tracks, jumped from the tunnel ledge last fall, and no one ever found the whole note she took with her. It was after her 3rd husband died of the cancer. he was the one, she'd said, loved her better than anyone.